transatlantic news update with me, Archibald Templeton Fortescue Pratt, the BBC in London.
And me, Billy May Snodgrass, at the CNN Center in Atlanta.
First, this just in, some news flashes.
Following complaints from the New York police about a recent Times article in which the offending words were, 50% of the New York police are as thick as planks, and the threat of taking the newspaper to court, an apology has now been made to the entire satisfaction of all parties concerned. The following apology was publicly announced by the newspaper's spokesman. We were wrong to state that 50% of the New York police are as thick as planks, and we correct this statement as follows. 50% of the New York police are not as thick as planks.
Workers at the anorexia clinic in Newville have come out on strike. The clinic is now being run by a skeleton staff.
This just in from Buckingham Palace.
Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II has issued a statement to the citizens of the United States. To the citizens of the United States of America from Her Sovereign Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. In the light of your failure in recent years to nominate competent candidates for President of the USA, and thus to govern yourselves, we hereby give notice of the revocation of your independence, effective immediately. You should look up revocation in the Oxford English Dictionary. Her Sovereign Majesty Queen Elizabeth II will resume monarchical duties over all states, commonwealths and territories, except North Dakota, which she does not fancy. Your new Prime Minister, David Cameron, will appoint a governor for America without the need for further elections. Congress and the Senate will be disbanded. A questionnaire may be circulated next year to determine whether any of you notice. To aid in the transition to a British Crown dependency, the following rules are introduced with immediate effect. July the 4th will no longer be celebrated as a holiday. You will learn to resolve personal issues without using guns, lawyers or therapists. The fact that you need so many lawyers and therapists shows that you are not ready to be independent. Guns should only be used for shooting grouse. If you can't sort things out without suing someone or speaking to a therapist, then you are not ready to shoot grass. Therefore, you will no longer be allowed to own or carry anything more dangerous than a potato peeler. Although a permit will be required if you wish to carry a potato peeler in public. The cold, tasteless stuff you insist on calling beer is not actually beer at all. Henceforth, only proper British bitter will be referred to as beer, and European brews of known and accepted provenance will be referred to as lager. American brands will be referred to as near-frozen gnat's urine, so that all can be sold without risk of further confusion. You will cease playing American football. There is only one kind of proper football, you call it soccer. Those of you brave enough will in time be allowed to play rugby, which has some similarities to American football, but does not involve stopping for a rest every 20 seconds, or wearing full Kevlar body armour like a bunch of Nancy boys. Further, you will stop playing baseball. It is not reasonable to host an event called the World Series for a game which is not played outside America. Since only 2.1% of you are aware that there is a world beyond your borders, your error is understandable. You will learn how to play cricket. God save the Queen.
The U.S. hereby issues a counter-statement. We have been so long free from British dominance that we would not adapt well to returning to your ways, be they action or speech. Indeed, our language has evolved such that we have new terminology for known words and would therefore no longer understand each other. Here are some examples from the southern states. Benign. What you be after you be ate. Dilate. To live long. Enema. Not a friend. Fibula. A small lie. Labor pain. Getting hurt on the job. Morbid. A higher offer than what I bid. Nitrates. Cheaper than day rates. Node. I knew it. Outpatient. A patient who has fainted. However, unlike the citizens of the U.S., the Scots voted against independence. Though there remains a big following of those who hope it will happen one day. We now go to our correspondent in Edinburgh, Sporting McTavish, to find out what the people for and against are saying.
I was out last night and I shot a haggis and I wanted to take it home for dinner. But there was a bright moonlit night and there was a loose about this house. What a debate it still is. We're here on Princes Street and Alex Salmon's message to the English is, let old acquaintance be forgot. Well, Nicola Sturgeon says, you take the higher road, and we'll take some other road. Well, Salmon can just swim up the creek, and Sturgeon can go fry a fish egg. Do not adjust your television sets. There is a fault in Mr. Sporran McTavish. Now a word from our sponsor in Atlanta.
Big news on the culinary front. A new restaurant has opened up in the area. The Roadkill Cafe. You kill it, we grill it. Here are a few items from the menu. Flat cat. The chicken that didn't cross the road. Awesome possum. Shake and bake snake. Rigor mortis tortoise. And for dessert, road toad a la mode. Now for news on the research front.
Researchers at the University of Oxford have found that 30 minutes walking each day reduces the risk of cancer by 10%.
Researchers at the University of Yale have found out that excessive exercise can cause heart attacks after 100 mice died before completing the New York Marathon. Death is nature's way of telling you to slow down. Yale University research has suggested that going to bed before 10 p.m. and getting a minimum of 8 hours sleep can help you live longer.
Oxford scientists have found that 95% of deaths occur in bed. Which proves that it is dangerous to go to bed. They conclude that you should drink at least 2 litres of water at 10 p.m, which will keep you up all night so that you won't go to bed and live dangerous.
Yale researchers agree that you should drink plenty of water, but not too much. You should avoid excess. Moderation is the word. Oxford
University researchers have issued a warning that an excess of moderation can be damaging to your health.
Hypochondria hypochondria is extremely bad for your health. Yale researchers have done a survey on the campus, and 99% of the students officially diagnosed as hypochondriacs are firmly convinced that they will die before the age of 35.
Drinking alcohol is bad for you. Extensive research was initiated at several distilleries in Scotland by 25,000 volunteers from Oxford. The students have not yet returned and are rumoured to be asking for asylum in Scotland.
I can understand them.
Yale scientists have found that drinking up to 3 glasses of red wine per day can prevent bad cholesterol.
Drink is your enemy.
Love your enemy!